Hey traders, welcome back for another episode of our BrightFunded funded trader interviews. Did you know at BrightFunded you can trade up to 400k in capital once you pass your evaluation phases? Today, I've got the pleasure of interviewing Gianmaria, one of our funded traders based in Italy. Through his drive and passion and dedication, he's been able to amass over 6 figures in funding and receive multiple payouts. So let's hear his story. Hey Gianmaria, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for jumping on today.
Thank you, I'm doing very good.
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to this conversation. I feel like you're going to be a great person to speak to in regards to everything trading. To be honest, I'm very keen to find out more about your experience, your journey. So yeah, feel free to just give us a very short introduction about yourself and then we can dive more into your trading.
For sure. Well, first of all, I'm Gianmaria. I live in Italy, I'm Italian. And I'm a student. I work here at the beach during summer and I'm into a lot of things. I'm into trading for sure. I'm into traveling, I'm into languages. I'm into fitness as well. I go to the gym. I do all kind of sports if I can. And that's it pretty much about me.
Nice.
But trading. I got into trading back in 2021, I think. Okay. It was after the first big quarantine.
Yeah.
And back then I had a bit more free time. And I remember my best friend told me about this trading and he showed me all these graphs and lines and I couldn't understand anything at the time. And I took it as a challenge a bit to understand it. Also because he also told me about the freedom that can come with it. Yeah. If you are good at trading and you go on YouTube, you see all these guys that are living the lifestyle that you would love to live.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how I got into it.
Okay, now I was actually going to ask you, is trading quite popular in Italy?
Well, it's becoming popular. Okay. It is for sure. But back in 2020, 2021, with the quarantine and I would say explosion of online businesses and remote jobs as well, I think it got more popular. And since then, you'll hear a lot about trading. But yes, it's quite common now.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. So 4 years into trading.
4 or 5 years. Yes.
4 or 5 years. How has your experience been? Just like a short reflection, would you say that trading's been easier or harder than when your friend first showed you the charts?
Well, easy is one word that I wouldn't describe it with. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But the first years were tough. I didn't lose much money as some people do because I'm very careful with my own money. But I couldn't find the right way to do it. I couldn't really find a strategy that would fit for me, and I couldn't really get the grasp of it. But at a certain point, I found out about prop firms, and that's when I started to lose some money a bit. I couldn't pass challenges.
Yeah.
And I think at 2 years ago, 1 year ago and a half, something clicked, and I could understand the charts more, and I got my risk management on point. Then I could, I got better at it, and I could pass some challenges, and from there it was downhill for me.
Yeah.
So that's when I got more successful with it.
Yeah. Okay, so when you originally started out, I know you mentioned that you didn't really have a strategy, but how were you trading? Was it just pretty much like support and resistance, the usual
Well, I did have some strategies, but they were very rule strict. So very objective, which at the time I thought it would be a good thing to have some strict rules that you need to apply. But then I got kind of the opposite result, and I couldn't really do with it. But then it's kind of an opposite understanding, because when I didn't have a strict strategy, I could understand the graphs more. I was more elastic in the way that I saw the charts, and that's when I was more successful and then became profitable overall. But yeah, I was trading support and resistance, liquidity, and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
Use indicators as well. At some point, I had a strategy based only on indicators. But yeah.
What indicators were they?
They had some weird names because they were very niche, but they were RSI based and Bollinger Bands based, all these sort of things.
Okay, nice.
They were fancier, but they worked pretty much the same.
Yeah. And when you say like 2-3 years in, something clicked, would you say it was more mental, like in terms of the way you could control your emotions and handle like fear, greed, FOMO, and so forth? Or was it more educational, like you understood price action just better?
It's for sure a little bit of both. I would say 40% understanding the price movement better, and the 60%, psychology, mindset, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the fact that you understand the charts better, and then you convince yourself that you can risk a certain amount of money on each trade, and you live it more freely mentally. So yeah.
And was it a thing where, because sometimes people see a lot of videos on YouTube that help them psychologically, sometimes you're also just on the charts and you're getting to that breaking point where you're thinking like, I'm tired of this not working out, something needs to change. Did you ever get to that point where you were thinking about quitting, or was it just like you were just grinding and then it clicked?
Well, there was I think there was a turning point where I think it was two years ago when the prop firms they didn't fail, but like there was all this case with a prop firm that it was a big one, and then they went bankrupt or whatever. And at that point, I thought that the prop firm industry was over, and therefore I thought that my trading journey was over, because I wasn't that successful at the time either. But then I kept going. I found out about more prop firms, and I went with the more reliable ones. And from there, I think it combined with me understanding more of the charts. So yeah, I think that there was a turning point for me when I thought it was over, but then I stick to it, and I became also more profitable.
Yeah. Okay. And so you found out about prop firms around 2023. So before the prop firms, were you doing demo trading or personal capital trading?
I was personal capital trading and demo trading, a lot of demo trading, because I really wanted to be profitable before risking my own money.
Yeah.
But I couldn't be, so I never risked a lot of money on my own. I always had some tiny accounts and some small accounts on my own.
Yeah. And how would you compare like psychologically trading your personal, like if you have a small personal account, to trading a prop firm? Because I know sometimes if you go from like a small personal to like a 100K challenge and you start seeing the numbers, they're much bigger, and you're like, oh, okay, I haven't seen this before. Did it impact you at first?
One thing about me that I don't know why is that, but I never saw the numbers on the screen as money. So as big as they have been, I could never see the money factor in the numbers. So it never really mattered for me if it was the biggest number or a small one. I see those as numbers and not as money. And that's been very helpful for me to maintain a sort of kind of, what can I call it?
I think I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Firmness. I don't know if that's a word, but
I get what you mean. I think everyone gets what you get.
What I mean. But of course, at some point, you're gonna see those as potential money, but not as much as every tiny change in profit or losses affects me that much.
Yeah.
So yes, that's a thing about me that I developed, and I'm very proud about it.
Oh, so was it a thing that you developed eventually, or was it just naturally the numbers just never impacted you? Because at the moment, that's quite a rare skill.
I sure developed it, but it was kind of natural as well.
Okay.
I think since the beginning.
Okay.
And I also think in terms of percentages and never in terms of money.
I think that's the right way to approach it, because when you start talking about the money, that's when your rules and everything just goes out the window.
Yeah, because whenever you start to think about, I might be making that, I might be losing that, that's the point where you close a trade too early, either in profit or in losses, and then it never, no good ever comes from it. So, yeah.
Okay, nice. Right, I want to dive a bit more into your strategy that you're currently using now. Of course, you don't have to go in complete detail, but what pairs are you currently trading, and what's if you had to describe your A+ setup as simply as possible, what would it look like?
Yeah. I mainly trade Forex.
Okay.
And I trade indices as well. I trade, just one index. I trade NASDAQ. That's been a very stable asset that I've been trading for a long time now. And Forex wise, I trade EU, so Euro USD, and then GBP USD. Those are my go-to Forex pairs. And I also been trading very much XAU USD, so gold. I've been trading for the last month also silver.
Silver, okay.
Yeah.
How come you made the addition of silver?
Well, it's because of a friend of mine that was trading in it. It was telling me that it was a good asset. It was moving very smoothly and clean. And alongside with gold, it's an asset that I implemented. But yeah, I would say regarding gold and NASDAQ, I always try to follow the trend, which most of the times is especially in the last years, it's an uptrend. Yeah. But the key there is to find the right moment and the right retracement for you to get the best entrance with the best odds in order for the trade to go your way. For NASDAQ, I usually wait the London, the New York opening time at 3:30. I think it's in Italy, where liquidity comes and there's a lot more movements, so I can see there if there's an opportunity. But I usually wait for a retracement, for a grab of liquidity, for the price to go into a inefficiency zone, and from there I scale down to the 1 minute or lower time frames to see if there's some confirmation that could go higher, and that's it. For Euro USD and GBP USD, I don't follow the trend as much, but I try to see if, again, there's a grab in liquidity, if there's some liquidity zones that could work as target or entrance point, and yeah, I go from there as well.
Yeah, and typically go on.
I base my strategy a lot of on liquidity zones and also inefficiencies.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great strategy. And typically, what's your risk to reward ratio?
That's a thing that it's a main part in my strategy. I usually I start with the 1-to-1, 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. Risking, if I'm on a funded account, usually 1%. I never risk much more. But the thing is, if I see that price is going in my way, and it's creating that structure for me to, move my stop loss higher, then I do re-entries, and I'm able to risk more while maintaining the same risk, to add on trades while maintaining the same risk. So I move my stop loss higher, and then I re-entry with some lower lot sizes, and then I see where it takes me from there. So my target is never really set.
Yeah.
I usually do re-entries if the price confirms the movement, and then I close once I see there's a grab of liquidity or I'm satisfied with the profits.
Yeah. So you target the liquidity zones.
Yeah. Exactly.
And in terms of your strategy, so do you still backtest to this day, or is it a thing where now you know exactly what you're doing? You don't really need to go back because you know you've got a profitable edge and you can just forward test.
Well, I haven't back tested in a while, but back in the days I used to back test all the time. I even downloaded an app, or it was a site or whatever, where you could go back in time of 3-4 years where you cannot in TradingView, and I would replay from there and test my strategy on there back in 2019 or whatever, to see how it was doing.
Yeah.
But I tested a lot back in the day. I don't do it as much now.
Okay. And do you journal then your trades and just to review to make sure you're taking the A+ setups, or is it just a thing where you execute and just that's it?
Well, I have journaled, but I stopped. I haven't journaled in a while because I don't take many trades, and I usually can't remember the trades that I took and the ones that I should have taken, and, just by looking at the charts.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I should do, journal, but I never managed to.
Okay. And how many trades roughly do you take then?
Per day?
Yeah, let's say per day, yeah.
I would say it's a range from 0 to 4.
0 to 4. Okay, that's quite a big range. So is it just some trades are better than others?
Yeah. There's some days where I don't trade if I don't see the graphs if I don't like the way they're moving. And there's some days that I see many opportunities and I even trade 3-4 times.
But would you say 4 is your limit, or would you go even more if it keeps popping up?
I would say 4 to 5. It's my limit.
Okay.
I would if I keep losing, then I call it a day, and because that's another thing that I learned is that sometimes you just need to call it a day, because if you keep trading, then you're gonna get the situation worse, and you don't want that, because you're risking money. You need to be careful.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that's when you can get, it's like a snowball effect, and it just
exactly
goes down from there.
Yeah, and it's a feeling that you get, but you need to recognize it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't recognize it, then you're gonna fall in that snowball thing that you were telling me about. And lately I've been able to recognize it and close the laptop and do other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so touching on your risk management, what are the rules that you typically follow to ensure that you're never risking too much, you're always keeping your positions tight and safe?
Well, as I told you, I usually risk 1%, sometimes 1.5% if I really like the position. I give myself a 3% range of risk per day per funded account, and but yeah, if I take a big win, then I'll stop trading that specific funded account. Then I might move to another one. But yeah, my risk is always 1%, 1.5%. And if I have to increase or add lot sizes, I will add them. But usually my risk stays the same.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That sounds great, man. Okay, so now switching over to the world of prop firms. I know you said it's been a few years since you started trading them. How was your initial experience? I know you said you went through quite a few challenges. You start becoming a profitable trader in terms of trading prop firms, and how has that journey been?
Well, it has been having some ups and downs for sure. Depending on the props, there were some good ones and some bad ones. Some good ones that became bad ones, and some bad ones that got even worse. But that was on me sometimes because I couldn't recognize the more reliable ones, and I would go maybe for cheaper ones just to find myself maybe passing the challenge, achieving the payout stage, and then just getting refused for whatever reason. And some other prop firms would change their rules by the day, so you never knew what you could do, what you couldn't do, and what you could do. And so I started being more picky about prop firms, being more careful about reviews, rules, and reputation overall. And yeah, I've been having some good experiences as well with some prop firms as well. And the BrightFunded, I would say it has been so far a very good one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to hear. So how were you typically looking for your prop firms? Were you just going on Google and just typing in like a certain challenge, or were you going on Prop Firm Match or YouTube?
Yeah, I would go on Prop Firm Match as well. Sometimes it's just friends of mine that would tell me, "Oh, I found out about this prop firm. It's a good one. You should try it out." And sometimes on the internet, I would find some people recommending prop firms. Also, yeah, as you said, Prop Match, I think it's called.
Yeah.
They recommend some good ones, and yeah, that's my main source of knowledge regarding prop firms.
Okay. By the way, it sounds like you've got quite a few friends that trade, which is really, really nice to hear, because I feel like a lot of the times trading can be so lonely.
Yeah.
So that network is really, really good. How many friends, out of curiosity, do you have that actively trade?
Well, I don't have a lot of friends. I just have a few good ones.
Okay.
Still the best friend that got me into trading is the one that I still confront myself with, and he still trades. We don't trade together, but we always, confront each other and talk to each other. There's also another friend of mine who lives in another city, and it's a group of 3-4, I would say.
Oh, that's really good. And do they all trade prop firms, or some of them trade in personal?
Some of them are also trading personals. Okay. Yeah, but mainly prop firms, I would say. Maybe there's a friend of mine who is trading 50-50 firms and personal accounts.
Yeah. So yeah, nice balance. And 3 to 4 friends that actively trade it's amazing to have. So and in terms of finding out about BrightFunded, did you also go via Prop Firm Match, or how did you?
I might be repetitive, but it's still the good friend of mine that I just told you that told me. I think he found out about it on the Prop Match or on the internet, and he told me it was Gianmaria. It's an upcoming prop firm. You should try it out. They have 24 hours max processing time for payouts. They have good conditions. It's a good prop firm, and I tried it out, and it actually was. So yeah, I personally came to know about this prop firm from that friend of mine.
Yeah. And how long have you been trading with BrightFunded for?
I've been trading, I would say, a couple of months.
Okay.
Yeah, I reached my first, maybe more than a couple of months since I got my first challenge. But I gained my first funded account 1 month ago, a bit more than a month ago, and I recently got another funded account 2 days ago, which I passed the second challenge, and I still have to receive it.
Right. Congrats, man. That's great to hear.
Thank you. And
how have you found the conditions and just everything in relation to the platforms, the customer service, and so forth?
Well, the conditions are quite nice, very smooth trading conditions. The only kind of issue for me at the beginning was the fact that the available trading platforms were, well, for me was C-Trader. I don't remember which one is. Yeah, but I went for C-Trade, which is a trading platform that I never worked with, that I never traded on. And but yeah, once you get the grasp of it, it's like you need to understand a few things, but then from there it's very easy, it's very handy. When you come from trading from maybe MT5 or MT4, at first it might be a bit challenging, but then after a week it was like trading on a platform that I've always traded with.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a problem at all.
Okay, that's good.
And the trading conditions were nice, so it's cool.
Nice. We've got some exciting news coming soon anyway in regards to the platform. So
nice.
Definitely stay tuned. There's going to be some good times.
Now that I got more comfortable with the C-Trade.
I actually love C-Trader. I prefer C-Trader to MetaTrader, funnily enough. I'm not sure what it is. It's just, I'm just more of a fan of C-Trader myself whenever but yeah, still, I like to be subjective. So
it's growing on me as well. It's growing on me.
Definitely. Okay, nice, man. I just had a few more questions. So I want you to put yourself in the shoes of when you originally started out back in 2021. If you had to give yourself 3 pieces of advice, and these were the only 3 pieces of advice you could give, what would they be to help people go from where you were then to where you are now, but much quicker?
3 pieces of advice?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say find a good mentor, a few good mentors, and stick with them.
Sorry, question on that. How do you know they're a good mentor?
Well, I think if you see a good one, you're gonna recognize it. There's something that you can't explain about it. Maybe at first you might get tricked into some gurus or whatever, but if you see the right one, you're gonna recognize it, and it's important for you to stick with that one if you recognize he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I found many, so not many, but like a few, and I stuck with them. So I followed my advice back in the days that I'm giving now. But yeah, find a few mentors that know what they're talking about and stick with them. A second one, I would say, be on the charts as much as you can, because it's I would say it's also like a brain thing. The more you look at something, the more you're gonna understand it.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes you can't explain it.
Yeah, it becomes like second nature, isn't it?
Exactly, if that makes sense. I'm sure traders are gonna understand this, that sometimes they take positions they can't really explain, but it becomes like a sixth sense for them, because they've been on the charts for so many time. it comes natural. So yeah, be on the charts and take risks. Because if you're not gonna take risks, maybe risk those money to to open a trade, or to try another prop firm. You're never gonna know which one is good, if it was a good trade, or so take a risk.
Yeah, no, those are 3 great tips, 100%. And then if I had to ask you, if you had to describe the step-by-step guide that you'd recommend to a beginner trader, so to go, let's say, demo trading to personal to prop firm, or if you want to go demo to prop firm and then to personal, how would you describe it?
Well, I would describe it to, if I had to give a guide, well, first off, try with the at the same time with the demo prop firm. You have some good ones that offer demo accounts for you to try to pass those demo challenges. Mm-hmm. And alongside, I think it's good for you to have also a small amount of money on a personal account, always money that you can afford losing, always. And try with that, and maybe risk little money, but also have a small account of your own money that you can say, I'm trading my own money, and start to get more comfortable with it. And once you feel confident, move on to a prop firm, or I would say move on to a prop firm first. Try to pass challenges, try to get as many payouts as you can. Mm-hmm. Then if your goal is to have a personal account, then you can do that. Once you have more liquidity from prop firms, you can move to a personal account, but you could always do both as I'm starting to do, and as the friend that I was telling you about is doing.
Yeah,
one doesn't take out the other.
Yeah, 100%. One thing I've been spoken to a lot of funded traders, they like to approach it. They'll have multiple, let's say, funded accounts, let's say 3, 4, 5, and they'll take one trade on one and then onto the next and onto the next. So over the space of like a few weeks or a month, they might have only taken one trade on one specific account. But that helps to build that consistency and takes less pressure off each one. So I think it's definitely diversifying your portfolio and your risk is definitely a great way to approach it.
Yeah, 100%.
And in terms of yourself, what have you got lined up? What are your goals for the year? What are your goals for trading? What's next for you?
Well, I would say my goal is to, for a time, live off trading. Well, I could now, but it's good for me to also work in real life, if you may. But my goal is to have as many funded accounts at the same time as I can. As of now, I have 4 funded accounts. I aim to have 10 stable ones.
Yeah.
And be as consistent as I can be.
Mm-hmm.
Keep being profitable over time. Yeah.
So is that 4 accounts with all different prop firms, or have you got 2 of like the same ones, or?
It's 2 prop firms and 4 accounts. Yeah, so it's 2 and 2.
Would you ever consider merging the accounts, or would you just rather have them separate?
I would rather have them separate.
Because
so then I can diversify my trading in terms of assets.
Yeah, true. That's a good point as well.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
So, that's my trading goals. Have as many accounts as I can, and for a time live off trading.
Experience the trader lifestyle.
Exactly.
Do you reckon you'll ever get bored just flying around and trading?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I ever get bored?
Yeah, you reckon you could ever get bored of it?
No, you can never.
It's not possible, is it?
It's not possible.
Where would be the first location you'd like to go to potentially trade from?
I'm sorry, you zoned
Sorry.
out.
What country would be a great destination for you to trade from and just experience that trader lifestyle?
Well, I would say Indonesia or Thailand or Bali, but the time zone there is a bit tough to trade with, you know, because it's kind of the opposite of where I am now. But Europe, it's a good option.
Yeah.
Time trading wise, I would love to go to Spain to live there in the Canary Islands, and I would love to trade from South America as well. I'm a big fan of South America, and I would love to live there and trade from there as well.
Yeah. All in due time, man. Just keep consistent, stay at it, and I've got no doubt you'll make it happen, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, brother, for your time today. That was genuinely a great conversation. You've given a lot of value, and I know the audience will also feel the same way. So yeah, appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll speak soon, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, man. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Take care.
Thank you for tuning in to Gianmaria's story. He's proof that if you have the dedication, the passion, the discipline, you will go far in the trading space. You just have to stay committed and never give up. In the comment section, please be sure to write your biggest takeaway from today, and also make sure you like and subscribe for future episodes. Remember, traders, stay locked in and never give up.